Welcome. How you doing?
Hey, Brett, what's going on?
I'm doing wonderful. Yourself?
I'm good. Hey, can I share something with you?
Absolutely.
The other night in my group, one of my participants came and shared a quick incident that he had had.
Okay.
He had gotten into an altercation and, he was feeling bad afterwards.
Yeah.
And so he came and he told me, he says, or told the group, I forgot about boss of my brain, I forgot about belly breathing, and here we're getting ready to go into 5-second light switch.
Okay.
And he was like, wow, man, I really felt bad afterwards. I was like, okay, well, don't beat yourself up.
Right.
Ask your group members, how did they feel about what you did? And so as they were sharing, he says, hey, you know what? I really could have used boss of my brain better. But, coming into this group and finding out about 5-second light switch, I could have took 5 seconds to think about something different.
Right.
And to do something different.
Did the guy describe to you how he put himself in that situation?
Well, he was, upset that him and this other guy weren't seeing eye to eye. And so he walked up to the guy and told him, hey, look, it has to be this way. And the guy told him, says, well, you know what, make me do it that way.
Yeah.
And it got a little physical from there.
So his expectations were a little different than the other man.
Yeah, correct.
How'd the group inform him?
The participants shared that, they have been in that same type of situations before, and, that they really basically wanted to see how we would respond as using GOGI tools in those situations. So one of the participants jumped up and says, hey, man, why don't you be the boss of your brain?
Yeah.
Use the smart thinking instead of your emotional, because that's what happened from the beginning. You got emotional, and you went automatically and use your old habit parts and just grab this guy.
How did he respond to that?
If he was like, yeah, I could have did that. I should have did that because I have those tools.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking right then.
Were you watching his body language? Was he belly breathing? Was he getting oxygen? Was he very receptive?
Actually, he was very receptive, and that's what I really liked about it,
Yes.
These groups, these guys come into these groups, and they sit out, and they experience something.
Yes.
They get something. They get the tools, and they take these tools and they apply them in their everyday life. That is what I like about GOGI so much.
And then you had the opportunity to teach him about tools of the body, how to use those tools in these circumstances he comes across. Because we can come across them at any time of the day.
The group members, they all came and said, hey, look, when I get into a situation like that, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to first breathe.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some oxygen inside.
That's awesome.
Then I'm going to utilize my boss of my brain and says, hey, I don't have to make this negative choice.
Yes.
I can do something positive. I'm going to remember what I used to do within them 5 seconds.
Yes.
And then I can get to a positive action and grow from there.
I try to ask guys, what is it that is in their mind? Are they coming from an old nature of themselves? Are they coming from a negative position? Or are they going to enter it thinking smartly, thinking critically?
Correct.
And I try to focus on allowing them to learn that even though a negative thought can come up, you don't have to respond to it.
Correct.
Because we always are the creator of our situations. And if we put ourselves in a situation, we need to know how to manage ourselves in that situation.
Right. So we actually create our own thought processes.
Yes.
When we're thinking, we're able to determine which way we want to go. Because as GOGI teaches, it's all about the choices that we make, correct?
When the guys have faults, when they start to slip, remember we have reality check. As long as we continue moving forward, it's not that we fall down, it's how we pick ourselves up.
Right.
And it's how we can carry each other to the next step.
Right.
It's not about living in the past, it's about moving forward.
Reality check teaches us not to beat ourselves up.
Right.
We're going to make mistakes. We're all human.
Absolutely.
We all know that we're going to fall down, and the best thing that we've all been taught all our lives, that's why these GOGI tools are so simple, is to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep on moving forward.
Absolutely. So after the guy shared that in the group, what did he walk away with?
Well, he walked away with a smile.
That's
He felt real good about himself the group, you know, instead of saying, hey man, you let us down, because that's how he felt when he came in, he got really emotional and started, you know, crying, tears dropped. But after the group patted him on the back, hey, you're gonna make mistakes.
Absolutely.
They lifted him up, he picked himself up, and he continued to move forward. And he felt real good about himself, and he's really excited about GOGI.
I love that, because you know how I'm big on community.
Hey.
And we're all here together, but we're all here in this whole world. We're all here together.
Correct.
So picking each other up and moving forward is a great thing.
Right. All right, Brett, thanks a lot for that, man.
You're welcome.
Nice
man.
talking to you.
Anytime.